Welcome to the Nerd Migos. My name is Michael.
My name is Jamie.
My name is Ryan.
And I am Chris.
Always Chris.
Just Chris.
We've changed our name because we've officially brought Ryan on. So welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
You've gotten rid of the number.
Yes.
We are simply Nerd Migos.
That's part one of my
We
plan.
simply am.
Wow. 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 We're not a collective. Goddamn maybe.
Not yet.
But the question is are you going to secretly get rid of us one after the other, and then it'll be Nerd Me Go?
Funny story.
Yeah, it's like balance. Perfect balance, as it should be.
I'll snap my fingers and two of you will be gone.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to talk about a few things because we have a lot of catching up since the last time we recorded, which was from December. So, first thing we're going to talk about, which is super late, but we saw Aquaman.
Yeah.
Now,
months ago.
I listened back to the last podcast just to remember stuff, and in it, Chris, you basically said, "Oh, this is probably what's going to happen," and then you outlined the entire movie, pretty much everything that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, because you like to, read scripts early, get leaked much. Did you read a leaked script?
No, I didn't. But essentially, the reason why I had a pretty good idea what was going to happen, because they were basing it off Throne of Atlantis, which is Jeff Johns' one, and they couldn't bring in the Justice League to fight the Trench in that one, and I didn't think the Trench would have their own. So essentially, in the comics, every single kingdom has their own magical trident.
Yeah.
But in this one, everyone has their own sort of separate trident, so I didn't think they were going to bring in the whole magical tridents for every one. Because in how Arthur in the comics defeats the Trench was he gets the Trench's trident, and then has the ability to control some of them. I was going, that sounds too complex for, in their mind, simple moviegoers.
Yeah.
So just one magical trident that gives them power to control everything. So I was going, that sounds about right. And then you sort of saw from the trailer, they didn't show a lot of the storyline, but then they showed hints of it, saying, okay, that you see him fighting Ocean Master in an arena. That's probably early on in the movie because he doesn't have the trident. So then you can see, okay, he probably loses the first fight, like all good heroes do, lose the first fight against the villain, and then come back and win. It sounds like that. So yes, it was a very typical storyline, but that doesn't matter because it was done well.
Yeah.
You can tell that you can tell the typical hero's journey as many times as you want. As long as you tell it well, that's really all that matters is just telling a good story well, and that's what they did.
I agree.
And they didn't hold back. I mean, like a Kraken.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yes, you've got yes, yes.
That moment where we're talking spoilers, right? Obviously,
Oh,
it's been out for a little while.
It's been out, and based on the box office numbers, everyone's seen it.
Exactly.
Literally every single human.
Everyone's seen it.
That scene
soul.
with
Even
the scene where it was, and it's like you said, it's the hero's journey. All hope is lost. The Ocean Master is like, yes, I'm good, and then the ground just opens up, and out comes Aquaman riding the massive Kraken.
That scene, at the end,
that could have been done badly, and
But
it
it was
was
so cool because at that point you're going Ocean Master's like, oh, look at his little ride, look at this giant crocodile turtle shark thing, and Aquaman's like, oh, that's a nice ride.
hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
And let's face it.
It felt like a moment where I just wanted to jump up and it's like, I just
freeze frame.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, hell yeah, that's just exactly what it should have been.
And just everything was so perfectly thematic and made. Like even like you look at the last duel between Ocean Master and Arthur. That was just on the upturned lantern vessel.
Yep.
And how
they're all just going.
That was perfect. Like with the propellers and everything.
And it was all that respect.
So
and just like
good. Like
one-on-one.
I
no
love that
interference.
they kept that.
Exactly.
Like the Atlantean. Like I love what they did with the Atlanteans and with the people in this kingdom is that they all have a very strong code. So it's not just like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. No, like they have this code of honor that they live by, and I'm like, that is so awesome. I want to know more about this code, this martial code they have. It's awesome.
Well, it is. As you saw in the movie, Atlantis was obviously part of this world.
Yeah.
And then I think when you saw they took that technology too far,
That's when the hubris sunk them.
Exactly,
point,
but they still retained that aside, that respect where this is combat. It would have been easy for Ocean Master to just get people to come in, Arthur to get people to come in, but it's
Yeah.
like it's one-on-one. This is how it should be done,
Yeah.
and I think that was quite well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the changes they've made for this new universe rather than the comics. Because in the comics, by the time you get to see sort of the underwater sort of the ocean land, Zebul is a kingdom that's been locked off from the world,
Yes.
so it mirrors anyone that's able to sort of escape from Zebul to try basically, well, she escaped from to try to kill Aquaman, but that's a whole separate other storyline that they don't really go into. The brine's gone, the trench is the trench, and then the Lost Kingdom, they don't really mention any of the other kingdoms. So in this one, you still have the potential for have those kingdoms in there, and I really like the fact that like Atlantis is like all powerful and mighty, but Zebul is just as powerful and mighty. And for Ocean Master to have enough forces to take the surface, he needs he needs Zebul's army. He needs enough of a force to then storm basically. Because then when you look at why he might need that and why he would need the fisherman technology, it's because sharks don't go well with the land.
Land shark.
So
and that's the thing is that there's a good premise there for a prequel. Where Arthur Curry could meet Mia, and they're like Mira, and they have that whole they can have that whole prequel of them meeting and do that storyline.
There's a hear me here, Chris, you'll love this. Mm-hmm. There's like a Atlantean scientist, like a bit of a rogue or whatever. Like he really wants to, build an army, and so he mutates some sharks, and they can walk on the land,
and they go in the streets.
They hang out in the streets.
and would they have the ability to surf through concrete?
Yes.
Ooh.
And then leave no damage afterwards when they go up from the concrete.
Yes.
But that's because it'd be a very, very long, film if you're gonna make it a film.
Yes.
For them to
2.5 hours
clean
at
up,
least.
like, it's like me and the whole, how the hell did they get out of the Sahara Desert?
Yeah, so let's talk about the Sahara
Desert.
So you know what? I recently, and the reason why I'm saying a lot to you because I got the Jeff Johns omnibus Aquaman for my birthday, which I've read about 200 pages, and I got there and I'd forgotten there is actually that issue where he drops out of a plane into the sand.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
and I was sitting in bed reading, and I said, "Look!" I pointed to my wife. Look, see, it did happen.
So
you're
so James Wan's assuming that everyone's read the comics and knows.
No.
Or do they not explain how he gets out of there in there as well?
No, but it's what's so funny about it is that you were so eaten up inside by it. Like it was, your soul was like crawling out of your butt.
The logistics.
I wanted the logistics.
So James was going, how can two superhuman metahumans
get
out of the desert? I don't know. Walk, run, power jump. There's a bazillion other options out there. It's like... There's a bazillion options.
They technically could have called Henry Cavill's Superman to fly them.
All they had to say was like, "Hey, that was a long walk," or "Poof, I'm glad we're out of that." It's just like poof. We're in Italy. But Michael saved it because he Googled, he looked it up.
I literally had to look up on a map for Jamie because it was bothering him so much. I literally had to open Google Maps and Google the Sahara Desert and Greece, I think it was, where they were headed to Athens. Yeah. And it was literally like, and then it was like, oh yeah, no, there's water. Okay, no, cool. All right.
It wasn't that. It was like, it was reasonably close.
Yeah. So there was water there. So it was like,
so it's almost as if James Wan, the director, went, where's a place that's close by that I can make them go to? It's almost like he had a map as well.
Yeah,
it's almost like he had a map and went, Italy's just there.
Does that make you like the movie more?
I think he might have had Google. I think James Wan.
Did James Wan had Google? I
think James Wan might have had Google.
But does every cinema goer have like a map? Just pull out a map and go.
I would have called a smartphone.
It's called a smartphone.
And everyone has one.
Every single person on Earth has a smartphone. I could have Googled it in the cinema for you if it was eating your soul that much.
Yeah, no, but I just wanted to know. It's just like one of those, poof, they're here and then they're there.
Yeah.
Yes. It was one of those
But then we
things.
solved it, and then I figured out a logistic in my head how they could have done it. Walk to the edge,
and then you realise that it could have been done.
Yeah, you know what's really funny? It shows your lack of geography knowledge because no one else in the world mentioned this as a major issue because most people Googled it or just went, the Sahara is close to... And maybe some Americans...
No one's thought about it.
So maybe some Americans might have gone, because maybe their geography's not strong. But no one else was like...
That's because, according to America, no other countries exist outside of America. So.
No, but no one thought about it because someone... on Facebook that said, "Oh, what did you think of Aquaman?" and give us your out of 10 or whatever. And then I said, the only problem I had is how the hell did they get out of the Sahara Desert? And all these people went, "Oh yeah." So no one thought about it.
Yeah, because it's not a big point in the story. How they get out of the desert isn't a major.
I think I was just enamored by the actual movie. I kind of agree with Jamie. I didn't think about it.
No.
I didn't think about it because I was just like, finally the DC has a good movie again. You know
but
what I mean?
can we talk about one of the more hilarious aspects, which is Black Manta building Black Manta suit?
Yes.
We have to talk about it.
I feel like there should have been an 80s montage music behind it, possibly.
He's meant to be a very smart man, like
he is,
engineering himself. But then they go, here is Atlantean technology.
Experimental
technology. Way above what you earthly people can do. Here, and he goes, okay, I'm just going to pull it out. Oh, yeah, I can connect the gooey squid-like wires into my technology.
Didn't you see that Atlantean Technology for Dummies book in that case that they gave him? No, I think
again,
that's right.
I would have preferred him to pull apart the first one, cut the montage, have the people come back and give another one going, this is the last one you're getting.
Yeah, I agree.
That would have been
That's
funny.
your desert.
That's your desert.
You wanted a little bit of an explanation.
But Black Manta is my favourite
that's-
Aquaman villain, and I was a bit like,
Yeah, but see, that's the
this
thing.
is technology no one has ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like he can call up and go, oh, hey, fellow scientist engineering, what do you think about... They don't know about the technology, exactly what Chris said. And even I was like, it would have taken him a lot longer. And I agree.
Hey Nerds on Wheels.
How much has he gone through?
I would have just... I actually thought they would have just given him the Black Manta suit and built it for him. I thought that would be more like...
That would be cool, yeah.
Or he could have just gone back and gone, look, it doesn't fit my requirements.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
One of their scientists probably could have gone.
But then they don't seem like the kind of people that would be like...
But what
The guy pulls a pen. So, tied across the chest, or what were you looking at? Well, leg seam. What are we talking about? Look, I want a little bit of room on the left, I guess. And then 40 minutes of tailoring going.
But was that kind of maybe like the James Wan and thinking that people might not know the background of Black Manta?
It was.
He's just a pirate, and maybe they're trying to say, well, look, he's a smart guy. This is why he can do it. No one else can.
But the thing is too, they don't really go into that he's that smart in the movie. And also, what I would like to, along with what Chris is saying, I think would have been cool too, is if we got the human scientists that's looking for Atlantis.
Yeah.
That guy,
Stephen Shin.
Yeah.
We saw him at the end.
To actually, if Black Man had gone to him and gone, here, I have this technology.
Let's be honest. Black Manta wasn't needed in this entire movie.
I think they were setting him up for the sequel.
I would have loved the pirate bit at the beginning, then getting paid gold, and then just drop his character.
And then maybe a post-credits scene.
Some post-credits scene when they go, oh, now that I've been defeated, here's something amazing, and then you see the Black Manta suit, and it's like,
and then the villain for Aquaman 2 is Black Manta.
But then
definitely.
I really
that
did
would
like
have
his scenes though.
Oh no, look,
like that sequence running across Rome or wherever.
Oh yeah, that was insane. The beams coming out of for me, that was my like.
I get what they've done because that was an incredible. When they're running
that roof scene,
and then he's just running through the buildings, just like.
What about your other problem with when Jason? Sorry, I should call him by his true name, Arthur Curry, lifts up that beam that fell on the guy, and then he just ran out.
Yeah, no, but we solved that issue.
Yeah.
Did we?
Someone said, I don't know if it was Mike, but he said no. It was more of a to the
edge.
It wasn't like a complete.
No, it was
concrete on my legs.
It was pinning him down. Yeah.
It wasn't a crash.
Because it was kind of just like lifted up, swim, and runs off. Off he goes,
I did like the one of the I love world building and stories that world build. And I like how they have within Atlantis itself, they have two races of humans where they have highborns who have the ability to breathe on surface.
Yeah.
And then you have the lowborn soldiers who need the breathing apparatuses.
Dipping their heads into
toilets.
That was hilarious.
I love that. That was cool. I mean, so I like how even within their own sort of race, and they've got specific, they've set up certain things, and to me, to Michael's point, the trident battle, the reason why at the end I love every battle where there's like an anime callback to something he learned as a child.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
any battle where you go like,
Yes.
oh, the anime callback to the special ability I learned as a kid.
I would never
was
have
like,
guessed.
yes. I was like, yes, anime callback special ability.
And then William Dafoe's face when he realizes.
Yeah.
He, like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that man
I
literally
totally
had a
bet.
boner. Like, he literally had
He had a
an
direction going, yeah, I'm so about to do
Because he
that.
was like, he had the William Dafoe face there.
That's not the only trident spinning, right?
Nice.
Oh, good old Willem. How good was the CGI on Willem Dafoe's face when they made him?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
small
well
thing, just a really small thing. Did you notice when Willem Dafoe was fighting young Arthur Curry that he wasn't using a trident?
No, he was using a spear.
He was because he said a trident's a weapon of a king,
Yes, that was cool.
and I like that. I was like, yeah. So essentially, that's the symbol of your highborn.
So not
status.
everyone, yeah.
And also, if you notice the Mira's father,
King Nereus, he had a trident. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a weapon of a king.
and even the other ones, the mermaid people. I don't know the names.
Yeah, the
of this,
fishermen.
but
The fishermen,
Yeah,
yeah.
the leader of the fishermen had a trident as well. Yeah.
So it
So basically, it
symbolizes
symbolizes
highborn.
your king,
highborn.
your
I
leader,
love that.
your leader status.
And how
Yeah.
William Dafoe's character literally says that it's the weapon of royalty. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Because then
yes,
everyone could have a
awesome.
trident,
Yeah.
and Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe could have had a
Trident's
trident because
special.
he taught Arthur
Yeah.
everything he knew,
Yeah.
kind of
But
thing.
it's a weapon. It's a weapon.
I
yeah.
didn't realise
And
that.
even although scientifically speaking, the spear is a better weapon than a trident.
Yeah, no, I'll pay that. Yeah.
But if
Did you
it's-
watch? Did you
quite
watch?
complex.
What's that guy on YouTube?
That guy
Because
on
Science. It's this guy. There's this video series called Because Science. It explains like nerdy comic book stuff
YouTube. No.
from scientifically.
Oh, I
So,
don't know
but
what you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. So it points out that like a single speared weapon is actually better than a multi-speared weapon because essentially
Yep.
the pressure is then spread across multiple
Oh,
different
yeah.
prongs. And so the more prongs, that's why he's saying that X-23's 2 claws is actually stronger than
Yeah.
Wolverine's 3 claws because there's
Yeah.
less there's pressure across multiple
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually
tried
It's like the better nails theory.
yeah, like a trident is a very good weapon for when you're doing fishing because essentially with the multiple prongs means that you
Yeah.
give it a wider spectrum. But for point out killing, a spear is better because of its single.
Yeah.
So
Especially
so
armor
it's like
penetration.
the
There'd be little to
AFL.
no armor
It's the
penetration.
AFL of weapons.
Yes.
You get points for missing.
Yes, but anyway, from my understanding, reading some recent news, they're going to try to bring I think they're bringing back the 2 writers who did the Aquaman
Yes.
sequel. Obviously, James Wan is in discussion probably to helm the sequel of Aquaman.
Yes.
I would imagine that involves Warner Brothers going. So, how much money do you want?
yeah.
And
Here's a blank
here's a
check.
check.
Yeah.
You write
Aquaman
down
is now
what
the
you think is
highest
fair.
grossing DC
Yeah.
movie ever. You've made us over $1 billion.
Yeah.
How much would you like?
Yeah, and would you like to helm, I don't know, the entire universe potentially?
Well, that's essentially
just get out
James
of my
Gunn, James
bed
Wan,
of
the 2
money.
Jameses. Get them together,
The 2 Jameses.
run the universe.
Literally
for fun.
sacks of gold coins with
Yeah.
the dollar sign on it. Like
Yeah.
literally sacks.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. And you see his eyes just go ching with the dollar. Oh, dead set.
Because it really
Yeah.
depends on where he is at the moment with his career. If he wants
Yeah.
to do like a Helmet universe, or if he wants to do some more weird
who wouldn't?
things. But I mean, I would think he would want to do more Aquaman.
I would think
Yeah.
so
That
because
was
he loves the
hugely
character,
successful.
and that
Yeah.
was the I think why we got such a great movie. I think you said before, Chris. They asked him, "What do you want to do?"
He
And he
chose
said, "I want to do
Aquaman.
Aquaman." And I'm probably sure a lot of executives laughed for a bit, and then he said, "No, hear me out," you know. And then
Because
Like,
Aquaman
and no
was
cast Jason Momoa?
Aquaman was always considered a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because
Although no-
they don't follow the comics.
When you look, but when you look at say Jason Momoa as version of Aquaman, you can't call that Aquaman soft or make fun of that version of Aquaman.
Yeah, have fun with that. See where that
yeah,
goes.
make fun of
right.
that Aquaman.
But the Aquaman of old, they were like, "Oh, he doesn't have strength if he's not in water." Look
Yeah.
at Jason Momoa; he's stronger in water,
But the thing
but
is,
he's still
so
brilliant.
But that makes sense because your body
Yeah.
needs to. If your body needs to survive the depths of the ocean where humans can't take shuttles and crafts down because of the crushing pressure,
Yeah.
you should be superhumanly strong.
yeah, and that's
just-
where that's
yeah.
the thing because the original iteration of Aquaman was literally like it was a bit of a joke.
It was.
Like it just
We
talked
need
to
another
fish, and it
character.
was just
We've
this-
conquered land. We've conquered.
Yeah.
We've Thermoscare. All that kind of thing.
Yeah, I
What
just
can
think
we
you
do
need
for
to-
the water? Oh, look, Marvel's got Submariner.
Well, see, yeah,
Let's do
Well, see, yeah, and that's
copy
the
of
thing.
that.
Yeah, and so like that's
Who
what we
came
see
first?
with Aquaman.
Namor came first.
Namor came first.
Interesting.
Because he was the first mutant as well. I don't know if a lot of people
Oh,
don't know.
Namor.
Namor is actually a mutant. He's half mutant, half Atlantean. He's the king of Atlantis
Wow.
in the Marvel universe.
So Marvel could try to do their own version then. That would be interesting. That would be.
I don't
they
think
could get away with it because the character was created first.
Well, no, they own their rights to the character. They can do whatever they want, but I don't think they will now because Aquaman was so huge.
no. They've got so much more invested
that
into it.
chance.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
missed that
think-
chance.
yeah.
They missed that boat, and now everyone's like, "Oh, Aquaman."
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, though, DC missed a lot of other boats. So
Oh,
for them to catch this
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
conversation we
okay,
could have.
Okay,
yeah.
DC, we'll let you have this one, DC.
Yeah,
We'll just
but-
sit on our piles.
I mean,
and piles
look
of
at how
money.
many times that they're now, and we're going to get into this obviously, but they're basically saying nothing before Aquaman counts, except for Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're going to be a new Superman, new Battle. They're just like, let's try again for the.
Yeah, they're trying again, and I think Aquaman there was a great base to build
Yes.
upon. That is,
Yeah,
and
it is,
depending and Shazam, which we're not talking about. Well, let's switch to movies that are coming up. Shazam.
Yes.
Yes.
I think they've said if it's great, we'll integrate it into the DC universe. If it sucks, we'll be like, no, this will count.
It's just a one and done. I think that's how they've
Yeah.
written the script. It's a one.
Yeah.
It can be a one and done.
Or it could be
Um,
integrated into
exactly.
the wider.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be
different.
fun. Zachary Levi.
Here's my
yeah.
only fault for the movie.
The costume.
It was poor casting to get Zachary Levi. Hear me out.
Okay.
Wouldn't it have been better if Shazam was John Cena?
versus The Rock for Black Adam. It'll be like WrestleMania 25 all over
see
again.
that happening.
No, but I mean,
But you wouldn't see
I
him
can't see
through the
that.
whole. You wouldn't
but here's the
see
thing,
him.
and the reason why I say
Okay.
John Cena because essentially he's actually quite funny.
He is.
He
is.
has got great comedic timing.
does, yeah.
Pretend he could play the little boy in a big man's body easily, and I was like going,
He would be.
oh yeah, I was like going, what a missed opportunity. And there'll be
Yeah,
no,
John Cena. Yeah,
and there'll be
he's
no
popular
need
too.
for muscle suit because the dudes are freaking
He's
insane.
He's,
but then,
he's
and then
huge.
you've got the fact of the sequel with Black Adam, who has been played by Dwayne Johnson. the
Oh,
Rock.
and then we're just
And it would
Dwayne
be,
versus
it would
John
be
Cena. Everyone would
WrestleMania
watch it.
25 all over again.
Yeah.
It would be John
Yeah.
Cena versus The Rock.
oh
Are
yeah.
you, are you
Oh.
only saying that?
Chris, why did you say
because
that?
you want to reunite?
That's perfect.
No. When I first saw the casting, I was like going, why would you cast someone with no physical physique for a character that's meant to be Superman?
Yeah,
Cast.
If
He's
anything,
actually bigger than Superman.
No, he's
Yeah.
stronger.
Huge.
He's
massive.
stronger than
Yeah.
Superman.
He's not smarter than Superman, but he
No, he has
built.
mind of a child,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
He's built.
Well, no, he's
like
got the
But
wisdom
that-
of Solomon. He's got all the powers of the gods.
Yeah.
It's It's Shazam. You spell Shazam. I think it's like wisdom of Solomon, strength
Yes.
of Hercules. I can't remember all the.
Yes,
the-
no, you are right.
Yeah.
It's been there's been a lot less Captain. Oh, sorry, I was going to call him the original name Captain Marvel. There's been a different Shazam, a lot less Shazam in the later years than there has been of
But
anything
no,
else.
but yeah,
so.
like because when you see the photos of them on set, and Zachary Levi is basically wearing a padded suit.
He is. Yeah.
Look,
So I'm
well,
like-
But at the same time, I follow him on Instagram and he's consistently buffing up. So
he's trying. Yeah.
they should have given him the role earlier
Yeah.
and given him time
more
to.
time.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
I like it. I would have loved to see him in, say, the DC universe, but I never really saw him as a Shazam.
No.
I thought he would make a better, say, Barry Allen or
Yeah.
Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
Hal
and
Jordan,
I
or
was
one
about
of
to say
Kyle
Green
Rayner, one of the
Lantern,
other.
Yeah,
the
I would say
Green
that's a
Lantern.
better fit for him. But again, look, too late. They've cast
Yeah.
it. They've already shot the movie. The movie's in the can.
And
John
from the trailer, it
John
does
Cena
look
would have
like-
been amazing.
from the trailer, watching it, to me, it just feels like it'll be a fun movie. Don't go in expecting like Aquaman kind of stuff, or dark DC universe. I think they're like, what we've realised that we've gone a bit down the dark path, and people are making fun of them.
that's always
I
been DC's
understand
thing, though.
that why they've done that.
Yeah.
They had a movie that made $1 billion, Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Dark Knight
Yeah.
Returns. $1 billion both movies.
Are they
Yeah.
DC though, or are they just Christopher Nolan?
Yeah, but they were no, under.
They
the
were still under the
Nolan
DC
verse.
banner.
And
Yeah.
so when they went to do Man of Steel, they went, okay, let's make it dark tones, like a big successful one. Everyone goes, no, but
That's not Superman.
That's not
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
And then they kept on with the dark theme, and then it went, okay, cool. But now we've got a movie that's light, fun, still very epic in Aquaman, and saying, look,
Yes,
there
there
you
were
go,
still
colors.
stakes.
Look,
Yeah.
you see color. They had colors all through. Like,
Oh, it was amazing.
so now they can go, okay, cool. So people don't want dark, broody everyone. Yes, Batman should be dark
You
and
can't.
broody.
You
Yes,
can't. Yeah.
yes.
I get that, but
Exactly.
that's one hero
Yes.
in a pantheon of heroes, where all the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
heroes are basically the shining beacon to humanity.
That's right, yeah.
The other one, he's the one that's meant to be the moral. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? to make
Moral
the
compass?
human decision, basically.
Yes,
Yeah,
Batman's
exactly,
always
yeah.
the grounded one. He's always
The
the
strategist.
part of the
Yeah.
Trinity.
Yeah.
Who's always very grounded. He's
Yeah.
like, no, well, let's consider the facts.
Yes.
Whereas Superman and Wonder Woman are like, oh, let's just go and save the world.
Yeah, because
Whereas
they
Batman's like, yeah, but we need to think
because they
about
don't know
it.
what it's like to
We
be
need to be
human,
strategic.
and that's
That's
exactly
why I love
right.
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I like about Batman.
But I think it'll be a fun movie. I think it'll do well. Definitely nowhere near as well as Aquaman.
Look,
did,
it'll
but-
do well because it's following Aquaman.
Exactly.
Because you
Yeah,
now go,
yeah.
oh, DC's got things good. Oh, Shazam.
Yeah.
So it'll probably, I'm projecting probably about 700 million, probably around that range, depending if it carries it. If it's done well, it should carry around that range.
Yes.
If not, it might fall to that 400 and then fail range, which is be sad. Because I like Zachary Levi as an actor.
Yeah,
me too.
And I like to see. I want him to be successful. He seems like a good. He seems like a good young man. I love Chuck.
Young man.
That was such a dad thing to say to this. No, he's a good
older
young
than
man.
me. He's almost.
But
40,
I
man.
agree, and the way that they set it up, if it's successful, they're going to build the universe. If it's not,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's a one and done.
Yeah.
Whereas Aquaman was more like this need to be successful.
Yeah, no, Aquaman. There was so much writing on Aquaman. That was
Exactly.
really hilarious.
Yeah.
How and it was even in an interview, James Gunn picked Aquaman because it was the least popular one.
Yeah.
Yeah, James one, yeah. And so, but then obviously because all the other ones failed,
Yeah.
he had to go. Oh crap! So my one's the
Exactly.
my one's the one that's writing the thing.
And now he's swimming in his gold coin pool at
Yeah.
home like Scrooge
Like,
McDuck.
yeah, Scrooge
On his
McDuck,
yeah.
way to building his own real life Atlantis.
Exactly.
And Nicole Kidman. Sorry, go back.
Oh,
going-
yeah.
going-
I love
going-
her.
go- I like.
I know, she's got a
I loved her in this movie.
Yeah, I
Kelly
liked Nicole
likes her.
Kidman's scenes in that movie. I thought that was. I think that was the perfect choice
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
for Atlanta. I
She
thought
was a
that
badass, and she was also the mum, the caring mother, the
Yeah.
caring
Yeah.
wife or girlfriend. I would I mean, it's hard, but I don't like Nicole Kidman normally, and I hate to say that because I love all Australian actors.
Baby's mama.
But she was great in this
Yeah.
movie. She was the way that she could go from being, rescued by Aquaman, Arthur's father, and then show all this love and tenderness, and then as soon when shit needed to be done, she was done.
Sorry, that's right in the dude's
Oh.
face. I was like,
Because you're not going to
Get in
hurt
the
these.
car,
You're not going to
Arthur.
hurt these people. I'm going to kill
Yeah.
you, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the reveal at the end, obviously, I think we saw a little bit of that coming.
Yeah.
But I think she was, as Chris said, very very good choice to play
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next movie coming along in the. Well, actually, Shazam's actually not till like May, June, or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we missed one that's coming up very shortly, which is Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Nobody.
Look, I'm interested to see how they're going to fit
I have
this
to watch it.
movie.
Yeah, I want to see it. But
And here's the reason why I'm saying how they're going to do it and why it's important. Avengers 1, when they start building all this Tesseract technology, and then they're going, oh, why are you building all these weapons? And then, Samuel L. Jackson goes, because of you, Thor. Because you came down, you were the first contact we had with alien race, and you came down and you destroyed an entire town with a little fight, showing that we're not alone in this universe. 1995, Earth's invaded by Skrulls.
Which was
Yeah.
10 years prior.
10 years
to that.
prior.
yeah,
I'm like going,
true.
How are you gonna fix
Maybe he
that?
Nick
forgot.
Fury. Maybe he was like,
He is
fuck that.
director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hey,
There's a
no,
lot of
no.
pressure on him.
Maybe it's his fault because one thing I've noticed in the MCU is when it's someone's fault they ignore it completely.
Yeah.
Like when in Civil War when they're giving the rundown, these
Yeah.
are the cities that you've destroyed. You've done this,
Yeah.
Sokovia. And,
Yeah, it's like,
and all this.
your
Let's-
fault. Your fault.
Yeah.
Your fault.
What about unleashing the red hole?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when you wanted to nuke New York City?
Look, I was an angry man back then.
No. Let's focus on your wrongdoings. Okay.
You're the heroes. People don't know about me. You're the ones in the spotlight. I
Destroyed
agree.
all these districts and stuff. Nuking New York. Oh, with the nuking New York.
Exactly.
That kind of
No one
trumps all the
no one
other
around
mistakes.
to know about it.
Well, I would say I'm looking forward to Captain Marvel a little bit more
Yeah.
because I am a Skrull fan. I have read Secret
Secret
Invasion.
Wars is Secret
and
War
Secret
Invasion.
Wars,
Yeah,
and I've been waiting for them to bring them in.
I liked the Skrulls. I like the Secret Wars
Yeah.
stuff. I'm just very interested to see what they're going to do with. Essentially, what they've come out and said that she's the most powerful hero in the.
That's a big claim.
MCU.
Well, she said that they've said that. Said no, she's the most powerful hero. In the
She's kind of she is. She's kind of like the Superman of.
Because she's basically a Nova Sun, essentially, inside of a human body. So essentially, she should actually be the most powerful human alive.
Definitely.
I'm just curious to see what they're going to do with basically this 1995, the movie setting or something like that. She then disappears for
Like
I'm
20
assuming
years?
off in the
All
galaxy.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if she's in the galaxy saving things, wouldn't then everything that happened in the Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. Unless she's on the other side of it.
But yeah, no, I'm interested in seeing that. But I think we're getting Ronan back in this. Not Clint Barton Ronan. We're getting Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so
because he's a Kree.
Because he's a Kree.
And the whole thing is a Kree.
I really
Soul
like
War.
that Ronan. I actually quite like that Ronan.
So he's coming in, and then we've got Ben Middleton. I think is playing the Skrull leader, who's actually an Australian.
Yeah.
So it was Ben Mendelsohn. Sorry, not Middleton.
And then you got that little squad of Skrull. Like the Kree heroes that she's in. The little team.
I'm interested because I have the Skrulls were a big theme in Fantastic Four all the way from their early days. The Skrulls were a Fantastic Four thing. Then they had the original Captain Marvel, who was Carol predecessor, and there was a big Kree war that happened, and ever since then I was just like, I've been waiting for them to come on. I thought it honestly would be in a Fantastic
And they didn't
Four
go
movie.
with a swimsuit costume, which I thought was a bold decision. Not to go with the black swimsuit. I was like, interesting choice there.
And then you see, her with the
helmet. I love the helmet. I actually like the helmet. The helmet's cool.
I love the helmet.
It's the Kree helmet. So I was like, cool.
Exactly. And they're not glossing over that because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. touched on Kree a little bit, and that was not done very well at all.
No.
I was excited when I saw Ronan and Guardians of the Galaxy because, yes, they're acknowledging the Kree exist.
Yeah.
But I've wanted to see this Kree Skull War ever since I started reading Fantastic Four. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's not going to be as global, but bring it on.
Well, it's good that the Guardians of the Galaxy introduced the Kree as a powerful force.
They did,
If you're for the vibe I got essentially from those Guardians of the Galaxy movies was that if you're Kree, it's like, whoa, they're Kree.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
I love that.
And then you had them in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was like, hi, I'm a Kree. I'm a normal dude.
That's exactly right. And that's kind of where I lost
it cheapened the Kree a little bit. Anyway, but look, TV budgets,
I love the Kree.
I'm interested. It's already got me through the door. I want to see it.
I want to see it.
And we have to see it, and Marvel knows that.
Because you have to see it.
And Marvel knows you have to see it.
Because Carol was going to save the world in Endgame. That's what the theory is.
Yeah.
So if you need to watch Captain Marvel if you want to get the most out of Endgame. But as soon as they're like,
all I hope
Marvel.
from Captain Marvel is that because the thing is from what Captain Marvel, there's a lot of questions around it for us fans because it's like, well, how does it tie in with the rest of the timeline of all the movies? And it's like, so for me, what I'm hoping is that when I go see it, it's like, oh, awesome. And
the post credits in Infinity War,
and
just before Samuel L. Jackson goes, he hits the button. There's a Captain Marvel symbol.
Yeah,
that little red, blue, the Nova kind of looking star
out of a Winnebago.
Yeah.
I can do something.
And we almost get to see Samuel L. Jackson say his famous line just as he disintegrated like that.
Yes.
And I think that was a nice throwback. But that Captain Marvel, as soon as that hit, I'm like, Captain Marvel. We already knew the movie was coming out.
But
that's how they're bringing it in.
And here's the thing, though: are they bringing it out too close to Endgame in terms of
It's only a month and a half.
It's only a month and a half. That is
that's pretty
beginning of March, end of April. So
that's something as big as Endgame.
But maybe that's what they're thinking for some of the fans, unlike us, that are just like short attention spans. They just watched the movie.
Well,
let's bring it out now so that people won't forget about it.
Maybe with Endgame, they're thinking about that, that Captain Marvel will be a last minute, well, not a last minute, but for the story written as a last minute.
They released
there she is to save the day and stuff.
The last two Matrixes months.
Yeah,
ago.
they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, and those movies did so well.
No, they did though.
Oh, they were all right, but only because of the first one.
The first one was amazing.
The first one was the best,
Yeah,
and then the other two were like,
Iron Man 3 made $1 billion.
Oh god, yeah.
It doesn't have to be a good movie to make money.
Don't even get us started on Iron Man 3.
That is my least watched Marvel movie.
You know how times I saw that movie?
How many?
Once at the cinema.
Once at the cinema.
That's it. I
I've
have
seen it
not
once
watched
in
it.
the cinema.
I have not watched it at all. I was like,
because of the Mandarin, but yeah.
You know it's bad when Marvel ignores
Yeah. And Marvel scrambling to make a 10-minute short. Oh, look, it's not the Mandarin. It's not. This is the Mandarin.
Yeah.
They're like, they've realised, what have we done? You know what I mean?
Had they done that at first, I would have been like, great.
Yeah. That was
had
a
they
facade.
done that originally
As
in
the
the movie,
post-credits in Iron Man.
had they done that as an after-credit scene to have that British guy get killed or
Yeah.
something or whatever by the real
Terry.
Mandarin with like the real rings and stuff,
Yeah.
I'd be like, awesome, great.
But that's
they
a
didn't
whole
do that,
podcast
though.
on its own. I think
Yeah,
the thing that are wrong
that's-
with Iron Man 3.
But
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously the people that wrote Iron Man 3 think that people don't want to see Iron Man fight a dragon.
That movie was
Yeah,
made,
they're like,
Yeah.
who wants a dude with mystical rings?
yeah,
Who resurrects a dragon?
No one wants to see that. It's like going, I think people want to see that.
But the guy wasn't it the guy that did Iron Man 3 also did Rush Hour?
No, he did and I'll give him props.
Shane Black.
No, he did the original Lethal Weapons.
Oh, he did the
Oh,
original.
I
okay.
love Lethal Weapons.
Yeah.
those are
okay.
incredible
I
movies.
love every single Lethal Weapon.
Oh, Brett
Yeah.
Ratner. No, sorry, Brett
I don't
Ratner
know
was
his
Chris.
name,
It
but
was,
I looked
yeah.
up his thing. I was like,
Shane
oh,
Black,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he also did the Predator, like the latest Predator movie, not the latest one, but yeah,
So stick to the 80s, buddy.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly, yeah, 100%.
Look, I liked the fact that they blew up all the Iron Man suits. He's like, yeah, we're done. And then like, oh yeah, we actually have a movies to make. Oh yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
And then he's like,
we're not done. We're not done.
I'll let you guys explain that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I like that they had the balls to say, okay, that movie made a lot of money, but it sucked.
Yeah.
Let's ignore it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would hope
true.
that that mantra flows into Disney with, episode 9 of Star Wars. Where they go,
Yeah,
it sucked.
Hold on,
Let's
what,
ignore
how long
it.
did it? How long did it take?
A good.
That was like an hour. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
no, but so that's the thing though. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like on that,
Yeah.
is that it's the thing with Star Wars is that is it possible to salvage it, because Star Wars movies, in terms of we're talking trilogy movies, not spin-offs or anything,
Yeah.
they are so intertwined that is it possible to save it? Is it possible to make the third one brilliant? Because they're so
I'm
connected.
thinking what Chris was talking about between
nothing
us the other day, a Purge.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, I think there's a
only
lot
two
of
movies,
stories to be told.
It's easy. You watch the original trilogy and only the original trilogy,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then you read the comics and the extended,
Yeah.
Yes, which have done it better and have
it's
done it
Mara J.
correctly.
and
Mara J.
everything else is fan fiction.
Okay.
I did it with Supernatural. The first 5 seasons,
Yes.
and now there's 9 seasons of shit.
I can't believe how long that show's gone.
It's still and it got renewed for another 2 seasons.
Why?
Another 2
Yeah.
seasons already. Yeah.
I'm banking for the. Hey, Dean,
Yeah.
down here in room 17 at the. Where are we again? I've got dementia.
Look, that when that show, I just thought that show was going to end and like as it should have.
At 5, yeah.
Season 5.
Yeah.
That was written as an ending.
That's it.
Yep.
And-
We were talking about that last
That was a
time.
perfect ending to a show. I was like, going, that is exactly
And
how
in
you should end a show.
In that entire first 5 seasons, there was only one crap episode.
Which one did you hate?
The one with Paris Hilton.
Oh yeah, the whack.
No, that was-
wax
that was
museum.
No,
Okay.
but that's only because she was in it.
I didn't like the demon truck. I thought that was a bit lame.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Really?
It was like a because
But that's kind of like based on an urban legend. I'd heard that
Yeah,
many.
yeah.
But the thing is, they said if Supernatural goes through to its next 2 seasons, it has officially had more seasons than all the CSIs put together. And you know what I mean? It's one of the Warner Brothers'
Why,
longest
though?
running
Yeah,
seasons.
but CSI probably has more better episodes.
From
CGI is pretty consistent.
Because they didn't sit down and go, "Hey, I have this wonderful story arc where it builds up to taking on the devil,"
Yeah,
and then, "Oh wait, you want more?"
but not yeah.
The
but not-
Super Devil!
Super Devil.
Oh, we got the next. Oh, we defeat the Super
He
Devil.
wasn't really the devil.
Super
He-
Devil.
We have the
He's got a jar of
Mega
marmalade.
Ultra Devil.
And then
Ultra Devil.
Yeah.
He has a jar of marmalade that forces you to commit adultery.
Family Guy.
and then the no, what's the train of thought?
Yeah. Supernatural.
No,
will do that to you.
like the thing is,
Like, it
it had
contradicts itself. Like-
such a good story arc, and then it was just, and then they just continued. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I'll play this. They've had one good episode in 9 seasons.
That's not a good strike rate,
No,
though.
that's
Not considering their season to
anyone with that
23
strike rate would be
episodes.
cut from the team.
Yeah.
I really like the concept because it was an angel that went back in time to stop the Titanic from being sunk because it hated the movie.
I remember.
Okay,
this.
and
And I was
that's
like,
cool.
that's pretty
yeah.
funny because they're going, what the hell's going on? Because all this, like, they call it fate, like this
Yeah.
spiritual spirit demon, whatever. Fate going around killing off all the people that should be dead because of the type, like,
Because you mess with the timeline, basically.
related to the people that died on the Titanic. Like, they should have died on
Yeah.
the Titanic. So you should be dead. You should be dead. And he's going and killing everyone. They're going, what the hell's going on? And then they find out it's an angel that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's because the moment of
That's cool.
Supernatural to me that like blew my goddamn mind was when like when Castiel first came in.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we were talking about this last
fuck
night.
me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
that
the
was
entrance in the
greatest
barn
moment
with the
in
wings.
TV
No,
history.
because essentially
Yeah.
I'm an angel of the Lord.
Yeah.
you've built up all this stuff in terms of lore saying, okay, this is the demon knife. It kills
Yes.
everything. There is
Yes.
nothing that like these traps.
Yeah.
Stop it. It just walks the traps, and you're like going, oh no. And then they stab it with the demon knife, and you're like going, oh no.
Do anything, yeah.
And you're like, what the shit?
Yes. And then he's just like, I'm Castiel. I'm an angel of the Lord.
I
Yeah.
gripped
And-
you
and
and
that-
reached. Yeah.
See,
And,
like-
then with the handprint on the
Yeah.
he goes, I gripped you and raised
Yeah.
you from perdition.
Yes.
And it's like,
And like,
oh.
the thing is, too, what I loved about that was that introduced it, like, because Castiel, when he subsequently talked to them, was like, oh no, you guys are the little leagues. We're
Yeah.
talking cosmic stuff.
Yeah,
now."
exactly.
And
Yeah, I
love
remember that
Like,
episode.
a new level of like
Yeah.
battle. Like,
They're-
no,
they're
this is
they're
the
running
war.
around killing like
Like,
little minor things.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, you know, it was even one of the mind-blowing things. that I
so
love
good. I feel like watching
when
that
they
now.
go to heaven
Yeah.
and they find out they've died like hundreds
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah.
They just came back because it's God's will that you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
do anything. So
Yeah.
it's like not anyone can do this, and you're only alive because.
That
You have to be
was
alive.
amazing.
I'll never
yeah.
forget, the barn scene. He just walked in and
Yeah.
Dean's crawled out of the grave
Yeah.
from hell,
What the hell
and then
are
he's just
you?
like, "Who are you?" And he
Yeah.
did there in his trench coat, and then just the wings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
With
dark shadow of the
the-
wings behind. He's like, we'll try.
Again, that was
They will never beat that.
they'll never beat that.
I feel like
No.
watching that now.
I
just
said that
wanna
last night. I want to go home and watch it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got all 5 seasons, all
Me too.
complete series.
Me too. I've got
the
whole 5
complete
seasons.
series of Supernatural.
Every time I remember to stop at the last 5 seconds before the end.
That's how the show ends.
Yeah.
That's
When you see Sam looking
Yeah,
into
but
the family,
I
and
know
that's
they added
it.
Sam
Yeah.
yeah.
to continue it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then no, because the door shutting. That's it. That was it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the
Because
that's
like
the
it was so beautiful and perfect.
Yeah.
That's
For
just,
one of the brothers to sacrifice themselves, and then
And
that
they
was
were
it.
supposed to end it there, and then they're like,
Wonderful.
"Oh, dollar sign."
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me
But
mad.
now they got a
Supernatural.
That's
new
all
generation of
Leviathan and
fans.
Goliath.
Yeah,
and
but I
whatever.
mean the generation. That's the thing. They have a new generation of fans that are not the old fans.
Yeah,
that
they've
they
lost
are- they
the
are.
old fans.
Yeah.
And all the.
But that's fine. If like it's.
I can't wait for the new fans to go back and watch it and go, holy what the hell?
This was so much better. Yeah.
Or they would hate it because they like the new one.
They're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
too dark and meaningful,
Yeah.
and all with all these, with all
It has
they
good
lost.
stories.
with all these, what's with these connected storylines and plots and actual
Yeah.
meaning of characters and like, what's with this? Well, I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on with my
But
Dean and Sam show.
You know what's even more magical about the whole first 5 seasons is that everything was a new location. They didn't
Yeah.
go, oh, we're going to film it here in one spot
Yeah.
and go to that part of Canada and, oh, look, let's go back in the woods. We need to go
Yeah.
back in the woods again. They filmed an episode here and then they drove
Yeah,
Yeah.
100 miles away and filmed another episode. And you really felt like they're on the road, they're traveling
Yeah.
around.
Whereas
Yeah.
like when you
Now,
watch
now it's still like, oh, we're in this little bunker. Oh, this is where we operate from.
it's funny because when you go back and watch Stargate, it's kind of like that. Like they use the same area of forest. They go, oh, let's just arrive from the left over there. Let's arrive from this way. And the next episode is from this way.
Oh, but I swear that the log has fallen over this way.
But it's not
fallen that way.
yeah, but it's not too noticeable though. They do a good job of it.
Yeah, no, they did a good job with that, but essentially
Yeah.
there's something going, oh, cool, Canadian woods again.
Yeah.
It's like that meme that popped up on Facebook
Nice.
the other day. It's like, oh wow, look, they finally got out of Canada.
Oh dear.
Well, we didn't plan to get on Supernatural today,
No.
but that was
But no,
good.
it's important to talk
It is.
about shows that are good that have now become
Well,
crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they've gone past crap, and they've now gone into the next level of like
What?
what the
I
hell?
believe the term is flogging a dead horse, perhaps. You know,
Yeah,
it's
or
just-
no, the horse's carcass has rotted, and they're
it's
flogging.
the
They
the
put it in
Yeah,
the
it's
freezer at the end of the
TV shows.
season.
Well,
Brought it
no,
back out.
they brought it. No, they revived it.
Yeah.
And then killed it again, and then flogged it.
I keep every year. I keep thinking, okay, it's going to end. Okay, it's going to end. And then I found out the other day they've renewed it for another 2 seasons.
So
They're not
let's-
even doing it year by year
So,
anymore. They're just going.
Now let's talk about something very important. Let's talk Aladdin.
No.
No, but we have to talk Aladdin.
You mean Bollywood Aladdin?
Okay, now can I please ask that I saw an image, like a jokey image of Will Smith as the genie. Is that real?
Oh, you haven't watched the new trailer?
Because I saw that. I think one of you,
Me.
one of us posted something in the chat.
I did. Where
We-
was
we-
that
we-
real?
Yes.
Was
yes.
that real? Was that real?
And that doesn't do it justice. You need to watch the video.
We've posted.
That-
We've been posting so many memes about it.
Because that looked. I must say that looked awful.
It is.
That
And it's
looked
Will, and I
absolutely
can't remember who
awful.
said it. It's Will Smith doing his own voice. He's like, I couldn't be bothered doing another
Will
voice.
Smith.
It's like I couldn't be like going,
Hey, yo, what
I'm
up?"
like great. Like, hi, I'm the genie. I'm Will Smith.
Yeah, you haven't heard about lamps and genies?
Yeah.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
The Fresh Prince. I'm a massive Will Smith
Oh look,
fan.
I love
yes.
I
Yeah.
love Will Smith.
He's great.
The first Men in Black movie
Yes.
blew my
Yes.
goddamn
Yeah.
mind.
That
I love
was
that movie
amazing.
so much.
So
I
good.
didn't even mind Wild West. I thought that was
Yeah.
it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Steampunk Spider, that was cool. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, awesome. But and he's done so many good films.
Yeah.
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 Was he out of money? I don't understand. Did he just want extra money? Did he go?
Or is
Is his son in it?
Or his nutbags.
He always does stuff with his
his
son and stuff.
nutbags
It's all-
children having too much of an influence over.
Well,
and
the
I,
thing is,
nutbag
yeah.
might be a
Well,
strong
well-
word, but I've.
What's
Have
her
you
name?
seen Jaden?
Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
Blanchett, yeah.
In Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
only did that role because the kids begged her to.
See, that's
really?
it, and that was a
Well,
great.
Maybe,
great.
maybe
She was
that.
really
but
good in that
but
role.
isn't Will
She was
Smith's
awesome.
kids are all like
Yeah.
late teens?
do it, Dad. Do it, Dad. It's
Well, that's what I mean. Aladdin and The Lion King are my two favorite Disney movies. They're
Yeah.
both getting released in.
I think I have
One
more
is going to
hope.
be
Real-
significantly better. But
I
only
have
by
more hope for
comparison.
Lion King than Aladdin. Like it's either Bollywood or CGI tigers and
Well,
lions, and so I'd probably rather CGI lions over Bollywood.
Well, to be honest with you,
I have no interest in.
I
the new
like the
Aladdin
scene
now.
where the
No
animals were
interest at
walking
all.
through Agrabah. Like that to me felt like.
No, that was such a small
Okay, no,
scale,
look,
though. You
it
look at
was,
you look at that and
yeah.
you're going, oh.
Here's where the confusion comes in. The orchestral, the music behind it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like it's really
Yeah, it
vibrant.
does,
And you're
yeah.
like, wow, nostalgia. But then you're looking at crap.
Yeah,
And you're like,
Blue Will
Well, I think
Smith,
you said the
like-
best part of it was the Cave of Wonder.
oh, okay, one like that.
Yeah, that was
first
good.
teaser that came
That
out.
was
like,
that was
yes.
incredible. The first teaser was
Yeah.
amazing, and then we saw more,
Okay,
and then it was like nah.
let's talk about one of the biggest problems in this entire movie, Jafar.
Okay, I don't know
non-threatening.
about this.
No, not at
Okay,
all.
look, okay,
Not at all.
You know in Aladdin, you know in Aladdin where the cartoon, obviously.
Bear in mind, Jafar is my favorite character
Yeah.
from the
Oh, then no, then you know what.
Jafar is my favorite character.
Oh, then you
So-
don't.
We need
know
to we need to film a
Let me paint-
video
Am
I about
version
to
of
have
you
my
watching the
soul
trailer.
crushed?
Oh, it's
Jafar was
gonna
my-
be
Okay,
gross.
I grew up loving
Michael, you know in the
Jafar.
cartoon where he's like, "Get me the lamb," and he's
Yes,
epic.
get me the lamb.
This guy,
Yeah.
I kid you not, "Get me the lamb."
No,
Yeah.
please don't say
Like a
that.
poor
Really.
man's Hans Gruber.
Well, that's what I mean. We're going to film a video reaction of you watching the new trailer and put it up on our website.
Actually, you can do that if
Yeah,
you want.
because I can see the
haven't seen-
tears
yeah.
already welling up when Jafar comes
Well, I
on,
won't say
and
Jafar
then
Jafar
the
was my
laughter
favourite.
when Will Smith comes on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it just looks atrocious. Like it.
Yeah.
Okay, look, Beauty and the Beast. Whether you like that movie or not, it looks like Beauty and the Beast brought to life.
Yeah, okay.
You know
yeah.
what? I
yeah,
saw
no,
that.
I
I
made
don't mind
yeah.
I
it.
like.
Yeah.
it.
I didn't mind
Let's
it.
be honest. In Beauty and the Beast, what's his name? Luke Evans, Chris Evans.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Luke Evans
Phenomenal.
nailed that goddamn role
Oh, yeah.
spectacularly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was like I was like, oh look, it's actually Gaston running around being Gaston doing
Yeah.
Gaston type
Oh,
things.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was
going,
amazing,
it was
yeah.
amazing. It was
It,
incredible.
it was brought to life. You watch even the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the Jungle Book brought
pretty
to
good.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what it looks like. It's not Aladdin brought to life.
No.
It is not.
From what we've seen so far, I mean, they're going to have to do.
Look, they're gonna need to do
Jasmine's
a
not even wearing a blue dress.
No, exactly.
But
Blue Will Smith.
Here's the thing, though.
Blue Will Smith.
That's essentially what it is.
And here's my theory now.
Meme Central.
They wanted to
Disney,
flop.
hey, Disney has so many movies come out this year that are gonna make them a lot of money. From a tax purpose, they need one to suck. That's just like every.
Yeah.
So this is their one to suck.
So
That's fine.
they choose to ruin
One of their classics.
one of the classics.
No.
They could,
But see,
couldn't they have done
because
it
in
with
their
Mary Poppins?
when they're looking at the graphs, they're saying, okay, cool. So we've got Captain Marvel, we've got Endgame, and we've got Star Wars. That's three movies that will make at least approximately $3 to $4 billion amongst the thing.
Yeah, they will, yeah.
For a tax purpose, we need one to write off some losses Aladdin.
But why Aladdin?
Yeah.
Aladdin's such a classic.
Why not
mate.
pick like some unloved Disney
Some
cartoon?
No,
Princess and the
okay.
Frog?
Yeah, yeah.
In
Oh, yeah,
1940 something, I can't remember when, Disney actually made a like super racist cartoon with like Donald Duck and all that being Nazis and stuff. Like, it was super racist.
So
Well, they've got Dumbo as well.
You want them to
It's
do a
textbook.
live action Nazi propaganda?
Yes.
Well, we
No, but
kind of
no,
watched
no,
one
no.
last night.
Now
That's kind of
that
rude.
won't really go with their current demographic of terms of like.
Well, I think
that's how they
maybe
lose
that's what
all of
Dumbo's
them.
doing with those, as Chris mentioned before,
Yeah,
the
no,
racist
The racist crows, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
no,
going on with the
Yes,
racist
the
crows?
racist crows, yeah,
See,
in
but
Dumbo.
I've always feel if it's been long enough, they can read. Like Dumbo was the 60s. Or
Yeah, definitely.
So it's
Yeah, they just need
well in their mainstream.
They just need to remove the racist crows. They just
And they probably will. They'll be
really
like,
need to change them.
they won't be. They'll be like,
Update
yeah,
No, they will because
tap
they,
dancing.
they do it all the time.
Oh, Aladdin. No, well, let's just say
those crows were.
I'm disappointed in the trailer.
Well, won't say
I'm
too much
disappointed.
more. We'll
Well,
show them
I
after
actually
the
want to show the trailer.
and,
I actually want to watch the
We're
trailer.
going to watch. You're going to see
video.
it today, my friend.
Yeah.
as soon as it's
I'm
out.
dying
But
inside.
yeah, me and Ryan watched me and Ryan watched an interesting movie last night.
Oh yeah, what'd you watch?
It was called
Give it the
gravitas.
the elegance it deserves in the title.
Okay.
Come on.
the name of this movie was The Man Who Killed Hitler, then
Interesting.
Bigfoot.
So Jamie told me about this movie. I think you were there as well, Mike. We mentioned this movie, and then last week it showed up on somewhere where I get my movies from.
Yeah.
And I was like, I messaged Jamie. I was like, I'm gonna download it, and he's like, yes, we'll watch it.
Man that killed
And
Bigfoot.
it had Sam Elliott in it.
So
Which
big
it
actor.
started off, and we're like, okay, all right, like it started off fantastic, and then
Yeah.
just
Went weird.
spiraled.
There is legitimately probably about
Did it
10
spiral
10
upwards?
minutes. No,
though,
there's
or
10 minutes
downwards?
of Bigfoot.
yeah, it's mainly about.
Mainly
so
about him killing
I
Hitler.
went into it thinking this is going to be a time travel epic. He's going to go back in time. No, it's the guy that killed Hitler. Then, which you get as flashbacks, and then you get two FBI agents. One looked
Yeah.
like Raj from Big Bang Theory, and the other
Yes.
guy just had an angry face.
But-
and they're like on a secret mission. We need to. There's a virus.
Yeah,
Bigfoot's got a
and
virus.
Here's the thing,
virus.
like, it could tell what we were thinking, like the movie itself.
Oh, how many times?
like,
Yeah.
like it wasn't, like it was getting really slow, and then you see Sam Elliott go, get to the point.
There were multiple times where Jamie and I would say something, and then literally the movie would do it.
Yeah.
And
Like-
it would, and
Like,
it would.
so,
Does that make it
So-
like utterly predictable though? Perfectly
unless
predictable.
unless
Really?
Google was listening in and was
or was
telling
it
us.
or was it predictable in a good way though?
Well, look, I don't know how. I said to Jamie after
I
it
feel- I
finished,
still
I
feel
don't know
weird
how I
about it.
feel about it.
no, but like, so
agree
they got to
with
go kill Bigfoot. Like he's got to go because
The man who killed
like,
Hitler
and they go like,
kills Bigfoot.
well, why? Oh, there's this virus. You're immune to it,
Yeah.
so you're only one of the people that can get close to this because it's like it's like
So close to
So
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot has a virus.
it's carrying
Yeah.
a virus.
How can know he has a
Destroy the
virus?
world because they've done tests and.
So they've just done some science
No,
so they know that
because like
Bigfoot
you know, because they know roughly where it is. So
Yeah.
it's,
No, but like, how do they know that he even has
because
the virus?
because
though?
it's killed.
They don't really,
How do
they
they-
don't really explain
No,
it.
Yeah,
yeah,
so
no,
that's-
no,
I'm just
they
going
do. No, they
from
do.
the thread of
This is
questions.
what I'm going. That there's a whole conversation, and every time we go, but and they're answering questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're answering
Okay.
all
So
the
it makes
questions.
sense, okay.
So yeah, so I'm going. You're going into great detail, really explaining why you've got to kill Bigfoot.
Well, because
like-
they need to. Because now I've got about 15 questions.
Yeah,
That's right.
and they answered them all.
Good.
Like
Right.
they legitimately answer them all, and then so off he goes in, you know, and
But what annoyed me about it is, and I will admit I did drift off to sleep.
I will admit, I fell asleep during the movie.
But maybe that was only because I had about 2 hours sleep the night before. Maybe it was because of the movie. But what got me and Jamie was, I think you were getting something from the fridge, and this is how quick it was. They take Sam Elliott down to, spoiler alert, they take Sam Elliott down to this facility. Mind you, I didn't even realise that Bigfoot had a virus. I'd watched the same movie. They probably went, but I said to Jamie, why are they wearing quarantine suits? And he's like, because they said he had a virus. Well, okay. But they take Sam Elliott down, right? Everyone's in quarantine suits. Sam Elliott just by himself, big
He's immune.
white mustache, badass. Anyway, and they take him down. They say, you can pick these weapons, and he wants, I want this, this, and this. I'm like, all right, yeah. You think, okay, now they're going to put, literally within 2 seconds, it went straight to him, and Bigfoot's in front of him, and he shot Bigfoot once. Like there was no, and I just said, hold on, I thought I'd missed it. I downloaded it like I'd gotten a bad copy or something. But no, it literally went because Jamie wasn't looking. I said, look, and all of a sudden he's in the forest. Bigfoot's right there. He shoots him once. There's no lead up to it. There's no okay. This is where we're going to drop you. We're going to, it was just literally.
Bam,
I picked these three weapons. He picked a knife, a rifle,
like an old school
gun. And then all of the next scene, forest or woods. Bigfoot's right there, fuzzy, blurry vision, and
really,
yeah.
No,
you do see what he looks like.
It is phenomenal. I'm really
terrifying
with the
costume.
The costume was very going back to Supernatural.
They made him look
Supernatural monster-esque.
Yeah,
he's foaming and like he's spoiler alert. He thinks he's killed it, so he's getting ready to burn it.
Sam Elliott cries, holding Bigfoot's hand.
You got this underlining thing that he doesn't want to kill anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he killed Hitler, and that's enough.
No, it's more an emotion.
Your life kind of peaks when you kill Hitler.
Yeah. Once you killed Hitler, there's no one else to kill left. I mean, that's it. There's it. There's no one else to kill.
One question I have, though, is that... So he killed Hitler.
Yes.
But we all know that Hitler committed suicide.
Yeah, I don't think that was... But maybe multiverse, maybe, I don't know.
We're in Earth 2 at this point?
No.
Yeah. Because that's what happened in history.
More logically thinking, like... I think he got in there and out before, so everyone, we just committed.
Yeah.
Like, so there was no one in the room. He just
the way they patted him down and everything, he had like a whiskey, the flask, and he had a lighter and a belt, and he MacGyvered all this shit into a gun.
Yeah.
And went in, and literally Hitler's sitting there, and he's like, bang, see you later. And then he got out. Because he had these people working.
And you can actually hear the bombing.
Yeah, you can hear all that. That was really good. That stuff.
Okay,
how he actually infiltrated, and like everyone's like, oh, the guy even takes the flask, and he's like, and it must have had alcohol in there, and he's like, gave it back to him and all this kind of stuff. But going back to, sorry to interrupt. I just thought we hadn't talked the Hitler aspect, but probably had questions on how that happened. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No, so he was building the pyre. The fire.
Yeah, he was building the fire. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to burn you. Then just goes, bah!
Yeah, he throws the lighter in, and Bigfoot's like, what? Straight up at him. And then there's an
It was a very well-designed Bigfoot.
Oh, cool.
But it kind of, I'll say it was well-directed. So, all the camera shots and all the angles are
But Sam Elliott was the only person that you would probably reckon. Oh, Aidan Turner was the young Sam Elliott.
The guy from, the big cowboy guy from Aquaman.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Big cowboy guy from Anchorman.
He's always got the cowboy hat. Where he's like,
another one. Yeah.
But there wasn't many people you would recognise in it.
No.
But as soon as I saw Sam Elliott, I was expecting like D-grade time travel. I'm like, okay, maybe this will be alright. And he had that Clint Eastwood Gran Torino vibe, he had the I'm a badass, and he's got that voice, the Sam Elliott voice, and it was
I think I need to think about it.
Yeah.
Before I say how it was good. Like it had good things, it had bad things.
For a B-grade movie,
it
did everything you kind of expected.
Yeah.
Okay. For a movie called The Man That Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot. I mean, the title says it all.
I mean, it
literally does say it.
Yeah, it does.
It literally sounds like it's like he had his idea for a movie about killing Hitler, but he only had an hour. Well, we need more. And then Bigfoot.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, it was a good way to kill an hour and a half.
They should have just called the movie that. Hear me out. Just have the cover someone going.
Hear me out. Michael just gestured.
Yeah, I did. I just gestured. Sorry.
See that.
So how much longer do we have, Timekeeper?
Oh, we're 10 minutes from an hour.
Okay. Do we want to talk?
I think we covered everything we were going to talk about.
That's right. We covered all the major.
Let's just waste everyone's time. We'll sit here in silence.
Does Chris want to take the last 10 minutes to tell us why he hates Star Wars now?
He does this every episode.
We do this every... I talk about this every episode.
No. You haven't... No, because the last episode you didn't say, I hate Star Wars. It's between the last episode and now that you have changed your whole view on Star Wars.
Actually, yeah.
From the very beginning of this podcast, you were like episode 1, you're like, Star Wars. And then over.
I think both me and
December
Chris
to
have become dead to stuff.
Yeah, you have.
Since watching
and I think you should justify yourself.
And I think we should lead it with gather round children.
Oh, look,
Let me tell you a tale.
Let's talk about... Okay, since we've got 10 minutes left, I won't go into great length on why it's terrible. I'm just saying...
Chris is putting away his whiteboard.
Yeah.
Sheldon style, yeah.
How can we best describe this? You know, imagine you... I can't even think of a decent analogy. That's how angry I am at Star Wars right now, that I can't think of a decent analogy. Like...
Let me just look at that. Chris is angry at Star Wars.
Look, the point is... This year, a Star Wars movie is coming out.
Yes.
I know this for a fact. I don't care. I literally am going, yes, a Star Wars movie is coming out at the end of the year. And actually, I even forgot the other day until like I saw some people posting some things like on the forums going, there's new leaked footage or something, and I was like going, that's right.
If anyone should care.
There's a Star Wars film coming out. The point is, you cannot and you cannot have a movie, a series of films, which is dubbed the Skywalker Saga, and then not have any Skywalkers. That makes absolutely no sense in the history of the universe. And so essentially, what you're saying right now into George Lucas's legacy, so at you had the point where Darth Vader basically, there's Darth Vader, and it was but his son turned him back. All good. Skywalker legacy redeemed. Now we're saying, okay, cool. So then another Skywalker went bad because that's just whatever. That's fine. It happens in the EU all the time. But then essentially, then you turn the main Skywalker into basically a hermit who doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay. So, but the thing that annoys me most about this is that clearly there was two film directors with different ideas on what should happen.
Yes.
And then they didn't talk to each other at all. Because when you watch the end of Force Awakens, Luke's wearing... What is he wearing? He's wearing his Jedi Master robes. And he turns around and he throws up the hood. And then you see Rey holding up the lightsaber. It's awesome. And it's going, okay, Luke's wearing his Jedi robe. He's obviously got... He sequestered himself on the island to learn more about the Force, to study, to what went wrong, and even Han Solo says so. He looked for Ben turned bad, so he looked for answers by going to the first Jedi Temple. That to me seems like him going, okay, what went wrong? I'm going to the first Jedi Temple to learn more about this.
Yep.
Cut the Ryan Johnson movie. I don't care about the Force. Then why are you carrying your robe, sir? And why do you still have your robe?
Like literally have a lightsaber over his shoulder. Like just throws the lightsaber away.
It's like if you do not care so much, why do you carry your robes that you wore as a Jedi Master?
Do you remember in the cinema? Sorry to cut you off, Chris.
Yeah.
But do you remember in the cinema when we watched that for the first time? Do you remember the cinema reaction when he threw the lightsaber? Everyone went, "Oh, what the?"
Yeah, exactly.
He just threw it over his shoulder.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what the hell? Like, yeah.
I think you had that analogy with you look at Disney view of the lightsaber. It's literally just
the video. Yeah,
we don't care.
Yeah,
we don't care about the 30 40 odd years of history. We don't care.
It harkens back to the first episode, very first episode. Was it A New Hope?
Yeah.
When Ben Kenobi is talking about the lightsaber as being this revered weapon of the Jedi, this legendary
elegant weapon,
the sort of weapon that little children on little outer colonies dream of wielding one day, and they do play sticks. And Luke Skywalker just throws it over his shoulder, especially after everything that happened in A New Hope, Strikes Back, and the last one. It's just the last. Yeah, it's just.
If it was some random that had just found that, but it's Luke freaking Skywalker.
Yeah. And the thing that's going to frustrate me now more on the new movie. So they're saying, Rey has all she needs to start a Jedi Order because she has the ancient Jedi books, the wills,
she's been a Jedi for 10
and a
minutes.
broken lightsaber. So she has all the. Okay, let's be clear. Let's say let's put this model. Let's say I give Jamie right now the very first instructions on how to build a car. So he can restart the car automotive industry.
Yeah.
Do you think, in the hundreds of years of building automobiles, we've refined the process a bit and learnt a little bit more? I'm just saying this out loud.
He might be able to build a horse and cart
Do you
with that
think
instruction.
we've learnt a little bit more about building automobiles? Let's go back to the comics about the Marvel comics. They did a really amazing thing where after Order 66, the Librarian of the Jedi, she was in the Clone Wars a few times. She basically took all the Jedi history and holocrons and she hid it away somewhere. And then she was fighting Darth Vader. Darth Vader's like going, where did you put this? Where is it? Where would you hide it? And she's like, no, F you, I'm not telling you. She dies, and she goes, when she dies, she's like going, it's hidden because someone's going to find it. The next shot in the panel is like this stone wall, and you see it from like the inside the cave. As you see the stone move away, you see Luke Skywalker's face. As in, like, post Return of the Jedi. So that's how he taught Jedis, not because he found old books, it's because he had the holocrons of the entire history of the Jedi catalog to learn himself what it took to be a Jedi, then teach it. His temple's destroyed, that's all gone, and Rey's going to teach from ancient books of how to be a Jedi.
And I'm sure there are things in those books that are still valid, but like you say, there's things that you can't learn from books. It's experience.
The only situation where that could work, where she finds the original texts and then learns, the only situation that would work is if the Jedi Order had been corrupted.
Yes.
And so then the Jedi Order had been corrupted
like
in
a
such
cleanse,
a way. And so then you go back to the original and you restart it. There's no need to do that. They have fought the hard yards and learned generation after generation of mastering the katas and all the different lightsaber techniques, and now they're going back, and like there's no need to go back to the original.
Yeah.
You know,
but
like
the only way this works from a movie standpoint, from a lore standpoint,
from a movie standpoint,
is if Luke comes to Rey and goes, oh yeah, FYI, one of my other students survived. This is where they are.
Yeah.
And then she goes there and then trains and learns with one of Luke's former students who's then
perfect.
Simple. Very simple. Look at that.
I think it's probably maybe a 5-minute scene.
I would take 5-minute scenes just so the sun move around a few times and say, like, time's passed.
Yes.
5-minute scene of her.
Yeah, you don't have to go. She doesn't have to go into
just a 5-minute montage.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's very simple. Luke says, hi Ray, yep. I didn't train you, but guess what? I found out because I'm now connected to the Force again. One of my students survived. Yeah. This is where they are.
You can
Off
do
you
that
go.
at the start. You can give the
Montage
movie.
she'd now learn.
You do the Star Wars intro and all that, and the pans down to the planet and all that sort of thing, and it could just be like the intro could be Rey watching a holocron or something that Luke left behind, saying, and it's Luke going, "Yeah, look, for whoever finds this, if it's one of my students, I have blah blah blah," and then it's like, and then Rey's like, "Okay, good."
By the way, you're my daughter. See ya.
Also, all you can do very simple.
Don't even get me started on that topic.
You could do the whole thing. Say years have passed, rebellion start. The spark was reignited. Blah blah blah. One very simple scene. You see Rey sitting down, building a lightsaber using the Force like you should be doing a lightsaber.
Yep.
And then you see that Luke Skywalker Force goes behind her, and then you say, "Cool." Then you basically says, "Rey, your training is now complete." And then he disappears, saying that for a year he Force Ghosted with Rey and taught her how to be
and they could even use
like
that
Jedi.
They could
like
even
the scene
use
from
that
Ghost.
in the scrolling text. They could even say, it has been 5 years since the events of whatever. You know
Don't
what I
even
mean?
need to see it. It's just they could do it in the rolling script.
Yeah.
And then have your scene,
which is basically the completion of her training as a Jedi.
They needed that in Aquaman. Aquaman journeys to.
But they could also do something like they could have flashbacks throughout the movie too of important things.
But very importantly, though, in this whole back to my whole book thing, in that book that they have now, how does she learn to build a lightsaber? Because essentially from the Star Wars canon, when the first Jedi Order was around, they didn't know how to build lightsabers.
No, they had proto-sabers.
They had other types of things. The lightsaber that you know now, which has the technology, which has the shielding technology that then reverses around itself, so that essentially it constantly charges itself, is
Haven't you heard,
newer technology.
There's a new place come out, a new shop called Jedi Kia.
Oh yeah. So there's just, oh yeah, so stupid.
Because you see, back in the day, like the Jedi in the first couple of generations of Jedi actually used proto-sabers, which were lightsabers. The Jedi would wear a backpack, and it was a power
kind of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it was Ghostbusters style, and they would usually dual wield, and they would have power leads that would run to the lightsabers, and they would be like.
Well,
cool.
thanks to Chris, I'm now discovering this extended universe, which I knew existed,
It's
but to
very
me
incredible.
seemed
It's
very
amazing.
daunting. But due to Chris's, I've now got the comics, and I'm looking forward to diving into learning all about this to realise how bad the new Star Wars movies actually
Oh no!
are.
Once you start learning about
Terrible.
the storyline that they're stealing from,
Yeah.
once you when you learn the actual storyline, you're going, oh, so you stole a concept from that,
Yeah.
but you effed it up so bad.
One thing that just you know what, Chris? One thing that destroyed that entire thing that I thought but the hyperspace jump.
Oh yeah, no, that's
into the ship. That's just destroyed everything now.
But that defeats
Why have guns?
defeats
Just hyperspace into-
that defeats the purpose of space battles
Photon
because you
missiles?
don't need to space battle.
You don't
because
need
hyperspace through a ship.
Even better, put some droids in some ships. They're not human.
No, expendable.
Not
Get
even
them
that.
hyperspace.
Not even that, Chris.
I'm sure they have an autopilot
not
back
even
then.
that. Just throw hyperspace engines into space. No need for them to be on a vessel.
No.
Just shoot them at people. If that's the sort of effect you want.
Okay. Imagine that new movie. Oh, we've got the mega Death Star killer base. Give me one ship.
Yeah, one ship. Just
Straight
just
through.
one Corellian. Just give me one Corellian cruiser.
Yeah.
Bam, done. That's it.
Pretty sure Disney is sitting there listening to this right now going,
I'm
I've
pretty
made
sure
a
they are.
huge mistake.
Well, no.
Michael Eisner's rolling, I say.
The point is, everyone's now realised that you can win every single Star Wars battle by just one ship pointed in the direction hyperspace through it.
Yep, that's it.
Mind you, that'd make the movie about 20 minutes instead of...
Yes, but you've
3
now
hours.
introduced
It'll be
a
a TV
concept
series.
into Star Wars
Yes.
where you now say if there's a big epic space battle, they're going, oh, we can't win this. Yes, you can.
But you know what?
But then,
Hyperspace
now,
also
let me
that
say
gives
something.
yeah.
Sorry to
No,
cut
you
you.
go
Sorry, Ryan. But I just basically that whole thing about the hyperspace that destroys everything the rebellion is about, because that now makes the rebellion the most powerful force in the galaxy, bar none, because they have the X-wing. The X-wing is the only fighter interceptor craft in Star Wars with a built-in hyperspace engine. So they can use their little pissy little fighters
to destroy entire
fleets.
But also
Dreadnought
going off what
One
you're saying...
X-wing
yeah.
to destroy a
Dreadnought,
fleet.
But
destroy
then
entire
what that
Dreadnought
also
Star
introduces,
Destroyers.
it introduces the Empire going, we've just lost a few Death Stars and ships to this. How are we going to combat that? And there's they come up with hyperspace
anti-shields,
disabling thing, and then there's
Okay,
another story
alright.
altogether.
Yeah, but that would be another story.
Exactly. So,
But
That would make the rebels the most fearsome force in all the galaxy. Like, oh,
but that'd turn the Star
It's
Wars
gonna be
movies
funny.
into a TV show.
like the Empire would Empire would be like,
And
I'm
look,
rebels.
let me say one thing about Last Jedi that I will say is stupid, but again,
Yeah.
and I really have to preface this because the internet, every time you talk against this character, the internet thinks that you hate the character. I don't mind or don't like Rose Tico as a character. She was just a character. She was in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah.
But she fundamentally doesn't understand how war works. Finn, big sacrifice, flying his thing into to stop the First Order getting into the bunker where the rebels are hiding, and she goes, "Oh, we'll win this war by me knocking him out so they can destroy that thing." And if Luke didn't turn up, that would have been the entire Resistance wiped out because she made a decision to save the person she liked,
Yeah.
killing off Luke Skywalker in the process. I'm like,
Therefore, making everything null and void.
exactly. It's like I think, and from a story arc perspective, I think that would have been a very good story arc for Finn.
Yeah, that would have.
First Order Stormtrooper, turn rebel, sacrifice himself to save the last of the Resistance.
That would have been amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, that would have been
that's
magic.
that's cool. But then they've now
Yeah.
look. There is. I was gonna say there's hope, but I can't see it.
A New Hope?
I can't see it.
Sorry, Jamie was
yeah.
probably thinking that just
Not
then.
unless J.J. Abrams goes, I'm just going to continue on and ignore the movie entirely and just make what I want.
Unless J.J. Abrams goes, guys, I've seen the video explaining about lightsabers. I've heard all of your gripes, and I'm now going to make a movie that makes sense.
That should have come after Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And
That should have...
the opening score. Episode 9. Everything you have watched prior to this did not
Yeah! Disclaimer.
Like in DVDs, how they sometimes have an intro by the director. Like,
Yeah.
hello, I'm James Franklin.
I'm really, really sorry about the last movie. I'm
Again,
really sorry. Watch this.
If Marvel can forget Iron
Yeah.
Man 3 happened, J.J. Abrams can forget Last Jedi happens.
What happened in that though?
Yeah, Snoke died for no apparent reason, and then Snoke was cool, and then he died.
And
that
Carrie Fisher?
stupid fight scene.
And that's the one thing that's
I got it.
Yeah.
Finn is still asleep.
So he dreamed
It was all a dream.
all the dream.
Or Rey's still
I
asleep.
dreamt
beginning
that.
of episode 9.
Well, Luke is still asleep.
What?
And that
was
way,
that?
that way you could go back to where JJ wanted to do on the island.
No. What it is, right, is that this whole time, the next movie starts with Luke Skywalker after the last of the first movies, episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
At that one, he's like, I just had the worst nightmare. Man, that was a doozy of a
We
dream.
ruined
that
a
was.
franchise.
I still maintain Force Awakens was decent.
Yeah.
I would say that. I would say that Force Awakens is a very good film, and it really. And here's the thing that I didn't. JJ understood more about Star Wars than Rian Johnson did. What people wanted to see from Star Wars is basically they want to see the hero's journey. They want to see light versus dark, a lightsaber battle. They want to see ships flying. He understood a little bit more about the concepts of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Did he do it perfectly? No. Could he figure out how to use Luke Skywalker as a decent character? No. So he just sort of had to shelve him because he goes, I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
That's again.
But then I really like that premise.
but
That,
then
where's Luke? It was a really good thing. It got everyone excited.
But what they should have learned from The Last Jedi was that you should never try to subvert expectations of fans.
No.
Because that's what the director of Last Jedi did, is that he subverted and went, I know what you're expecting, but I'm going to hear something different.
No,
People
it's Star
don't
Wars.
want
Give us
different
what
from
we
Star
want.
Wars.
Exactly.
They
Again, as I said, it's like me going to a steak
Star Wars is
restaurant
a tradition.
and they throw down, here's a quinoa salad. Ha! Your objections are subverted. I'm going, ha! No, my business is going somewhere else.
Exactly. I'm not here for a freaking salad.
I'm
I'm here
not
for a
paying
date.
for this
And
meal.
the money, the box office agrees with that statement exactly.
Look, the thing that was a huge. The movie still made I think it made 1.3 or something. Still made a decent amount of money, but the charts in terms of how it dropped week on week was from the first week to the second week, it had an 80% drop in terms of dollar value, and then towards the end it really teetered. It was whilst Force Awakens was really just
Consistent,
it dipped, but it was basically
All movies dip, though. All movies dip. It's just the gradient of that.
yeah.
That's all.
On that note,
All right.
sigh of relief.
Star Wars rant.
I want to go and watch The Last Jedi.
Just
that's
to
what
be
I want
sure.
to do.
Yeah.
You know what would be amazing? Audio commentary with Chris watching The Last Jedi.
No. It'll just be a lot of,
Hate.
oh, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of for fuck's sake. What the? Yeah.
What were you thinking, man?
And then he consciously goes, all right, now let's just pause it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Now,
what I'm going to do. The person's just going, I just want to watch the movie. Stop pausing it, Chris.
Again, and obviously Rian Johnson's confirmed that he's going to do his new Star Wars trilogy still.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thought on that. As long as there's nothing to do with lightsabers, Jedi, Skywalkers, anything around. If you want to set it around some outer rim bounty smugglers, cool.
No.
Go nuts with your little outer
fun.
You know
rim.
what I reckon we should do? An Ewok trilogy.
Ooh.
That's fine. Again,
Or The Last Jedi could be
yeah.
an Ewok.
Yep,
although,
no.
although they're technically dead.
yeah.
Full
Provided Rian Johnson does
Yeah,
not touch anything currently created canon and makes his own little thing in some far distant part of the Star Wars galaxy, go right ahead, all good. Just stay away from everything that we like and enjoy.
That way you don't have to watch it and
Exactly.
you're not missing out on anything.
So it's a tiny little outpost on the outskirts.
Yeah. Hey, look,
Yeah,
these people have only just been discovered. Let's do 3 movies on them.
It's not Star Wars, it's Star Battle. Star Fight. Star Fight, episode
Star
1.
Battleship.
Look, I just want someone to make the Old Republic. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't,
Knights of the Old
I don't
Republic.
care.
Isn't that happening?
Michael agrees with that comment.
Isn't that happening?
I just want to see, and this is what I don't understand why people go, oh, lightsabers need to be 1 or 2 per movie. No. People want to see armies of blue lights and green lightsabers charging against armies of red lightsabers and just having them go nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
This.
no,
Exactly.
It's never happened.
they
Once
said
or
the
twice.
guys,
That battle
Game
in
of
the
Thrones
prequels.
The guy from Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
no, that was
the
cool.
battle of the
Gladiator.
Prequels was cool, but that wasn't against Sith.
No.
Imagine an entire
Yeah.
Sith army powering up their lightsabers, charging, and then a bunch of Jedi,
It's gotta be
literally a
raining.
bunch of Jedi
Japanese
charging back at them, and just like.
I want that
and
movie.
that's what I said. That's why I want the guys who made Game of Thrones to do that movie because it'll be amazing.
I don't think they've come out and said it, but they've hinted at it.
Because
very strong.
they have to. It is perfect for them. For God's sake.
Would you prefer it as a movie or as a TV show?
No. I want a trilogy.
A trilogy, okay.
Chris is a trilogy man. He's either a Netflix series or a trilogy man.
No, because I want if it's the series the size of Game of Thrones budget, then yes, let's get that. Let's get that.
I just look.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep. No, I agree.
Again.
Bring it on. I used to love playing Knights of the Old Republic on my
Awesome
on my
game.
PC, man.
Incredible game. I'll never forget that game.
Back in the day.
Still have it.
Back in the yesteryears.
All right.
I think that's a very full-packed episode.
Definitely.
Jam-packed, full of good stuff.
Stay tuned. Shortly after we post this, we will be posting Michael's reaction to Aladdin.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
And now this is the Nerd Migos.
The Nerd Migos.
Nerd Migos signing out.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.